Hello, I'm here with Conrad, who is one of the worship pastors here at St John's, and we're going to have a little conversation about legacies and how the legacy that was left to the church a few years ago by Malcolm Bateman has now been put into action. Hello, Conrad.
Hello, James.
Nice to see you. So I suppose first off, if you could tell us a little bit about Malcolm Bateman's legacy, the money that was he gave to the church, and where has that gone? What's happening with it?
Sure. So Malcolm was a big part of our church for many years. He led our worship teams. He was an organist. He was involved in church finances and mission with East to West. And he left a very generous financial legacy when he sadly passed away. And a chunk of that legacy has gone towards establishing a Malcolm Bateman Music Fund to support our worship at St John's.
Fantastic. What an absolute gift to a church like ours to have a lump sum given for specific purposes that we can utilise in this way. So you've what exactly has happened in terms of the setting up of the scholarship and the music fund? How's that kind of working out, and I guess how are we seeing that in action already?
Yeah, so a group of us got together to think about how we could use the fund, and we identified 3 different sort of funding streams that we were going to use that funding for. So we set up a choral scholarships fund for Royal Holloway students, not necessarily music students, but who are talented in singing. And they can access that funding in return for being involved in the choir and in worship at St John's. There's also a worship development fund, which is a similar sort of thing, less formal scholarships for members of the congregation who've got talent and want to develop that talent through training or other resources. And then finally, we've got an equipment and resources fund, which is going to be used to fund some of those bits of equipment and training and other resources that would really enhance and benefit our worship at St John's.
I love the creativity, Conrad, that's gone in to go to how can we maximise the use of this money. We've got 3 distinct ways, the choral scholarship, the music development fund and the equipment and resources fund. Absolutely brilliant that the team that came together have thought, let's maximise the use of this. So I mean, what impact are you hoping that it will have on the worship life of St John's? Obviously, the choral scholars, if we can just pause there and play you a little snippet of the choral scholars already in action here at St John's at the 9 a.m. choir. Absolutely wonderful piece to listen to during communion. I'm sure you'll agree. What kind of impact are you hoping that and the other funds will have as a whole?
So I think our vision is that Malcolm's legacy through the Malcolm Bateman Music Fund is going to really enhance and develop our worship across all of our services, bring more people into our choir and our worship teams and into our congregation. And really extend our reach into and our partnership with organisations like Royal Holloway and other community organisations. And I think that's a vision that Malcolm will be proud of, and that I'm really honoured and proud to be part of.
Oh, it's wonderful to think that he's through this partnering with us still in our gospel mission. Absolutely. As a church. So it's really lovely. I guess finally, Conrad, how can we as a church be praying for and play our part? How can we pray and play our part in what's going on through this fund?
Yeah, so I think the first thing I'd ask is please to pray for me and Debbie and for Terry as we kind of navigate managing these funds and trying to make the best of them that we can. It's all a bit new and strange. I've not really done anything like that before. So it's got off to a really good start. So please pray for God to continue to pour into that and bless and encourage us in that. I think more people in our teams is great. It's fantastic that people are already coming into the choir. But the prayer is more, Lord, for the choir, for the worship teams and for the AV team to sustain our work and our service. And I think we've still got to work out the details of the Worship Development Fund. We know in principle how it's going to work. We've just got to get the kind of details and the process sorted out. So please pray for us as we steer away through that. And I think in terms of what people can do, James, practically, I think help to promote the schemes. So if you meet students who sing or and who've got talent, tell them about the scheme. Do encourage the scholars. Do tell them, wow, that was great. Welcome. Make them feel at home, and do encourage the worship teams. I know you all think we do a good job. Sometimes it's really good just to hear that from people and to just get that bit of encouragement, because it is quite hard work and we are quite a small team, but we do enjoy it. I think that's it really. Encouragement and prayer would be really valuable.
Thank you so much, Conrad, for your work and the team's work. Please pass on our thanks.
I will.
And we look forward to hearing how God uses this money and these funds for his glory in this place over the coming year.
Great.
Thanks, you.
James.
So if you're interested in the choral scholarships at all, please do get in touch with the church office on office@stjohnsegham.com, or speak to Terry or Ingrid, who will often be playing one week or the other, or speak to any member of the choir. I'm sure they can point you in the right direction, but please do get in touch. And for the Worship Development Fund, please just stay tuned as Conrad and the team work out the details of that. Please stay tuned. You'll hear about details of that in near future. But if you'd like to chat with anyone at the church about leaving a legacy, please do get in touch. First and foremost with the office@stjohnsegham.com, and they'll be able to point you in the right direction. Please think and pray carefully about how you could make a lasting gift to God's kingdom in this place.